Part 2, Blacktop Saturday, The Harper Avenue Files. Part 2, What They Saw at the Riverwalk. The first thing I noticed was that Tiana stopped fidgeting. The second she started talking about the Riverwalk, she became focused. Not relaxed, not comfortable. Focused. Like somebody replaying a memory they wish they had never seen. The noise of the coney seemed to fade into the background. Forks clinked against plates. People laughed. The grill hissed somewhere behind the counter. But at our booth, nobody was paying attention to any of that anymore. Even Marcus had stopped making jokes. That should have been my first warning. Maybe it was. Maybe I just didn't listen. So start at the beginning, I said. Tiana nodded. Okay. She took a drink before continuing. I got to the Riverwalk around 3. Assignment? I asked. She nodded. Tourism campaign. Marcus made a face. What does that mean? It means somebody pays me to make Detroit look good. Detroit already looks good. Tiana smiled. That's what I told them. Marcus pointed. I like her. Tiana continued. I was taking pictures of families, vendors, people on bikes, just normal stuff. She looked toward Malcolm. You got there later. Malcolm nodded. About 20 minutes later. I'm working on a documentary series. About what? Jalen asked. Local content creators. Jalen immediately sat up. Like streamers? Some. YouTube? Some. TikTok? Some. Jalen nodded. Okay, continue. Tiana rolled her eyes. Anyway, she leaned forward. There was a guy live streaming. Marcus looked interested. What kind of live stream? Crime content. That got everyone's attention. Malcolm spoke next. He had a pretty big audience. How big? I asked. Big enough. Thousands watching. I frowned. What was he streaming? Tiana's expression hardened. The city. Specifically, the parts he claimed were dangerous. Something about the way she said it bothered me. He was making Detroit look bad? I asked. Not exactly. What does that mean? It means he was looking for trouble. Nobody spoke. Then Marcus asked the question everybody was thinking. And did he find any? Tiana laughed. A short laugh. The kind people make when something isn't actually funny. Yeah. She looked directly at us. A little too easily. The table got quiet again. What happened? I asked. Tiana folded her arms. The streamer was walking near the Riverwalk stage, talking to his audience, doing his thing. Then suddenly, 2 groups started arguing. Marcus frowned. About what? Nothing. Nothing? Nothing. Malcolm nodded. That's what stood out. They weren't arguing about anything. Jalen lowered his phone. Even he was paying attention now. They just started yelling? Yep. Then what? They started shoving each other. Then somebody threw a punch. Then somebody else threw a punch. Then everything exploded. Marcus leaned forward. And the streamer just happened to be there. Exactly. Nobody said anything because we were all thinking the same thing. That was convenient. Very convenient. Too convenient. Tiana pointed at Malcolm. That's when I noticed him. Malcolm nodded. We were filming the same thing. Different angles. Same incident. Tiana sighed. At first I thought it was random. But then she stopped. But then what? I asked. Tiana looked uncomfortable. The fight ended too clean. Marcus blinked. What does that mean? Nobody won. Nobody lost. Nobody got arrested. Nobody stayed angry. The table grew quiet. People just... She searched for the right word. Dispersed. Malcolm nodded. Like actors after a scene. A strange chill crawled up my spine. I didn't like that comparison. Not one bit. Marcus sat completely still. That almost never happened. Then he asked, Did y'all keep recording? Both of them answered immediately. Yes. That answer made Marcus smile. Not a happy smile. A detective smile. The kind that always got him into trouble. Of course you did. I pointed at him. Don't. Don't what? Get excited. I'm not excited. You look excited. I'm concerned. You smile when you're concerned. Tiana looked at me. Does he always do this? Unfortunately, I can hear both of y'all. That means your hearing still works, I said. Malcolm laughed. Tiana laughed. Even Marcus laughed. For a moment, everything felt normal. That moment didn't last. Because Malcolm suddenly stopped smiling. His eyes moved toward the restaurant window, toward the parking lot, toward a black SUV sitting across the street. My stomach tightened. Malcolm? I asked. He looked away immediately. Nothing. That answer came too fast, and Tiana noticed too. What? Nothing. Malcolm, it's probably nothing. Marcus immediately pointed. That's detective language. No, it isn't. It absolutely is. Marcus leaned forward. Nobody has ever said, it's probably nothing, and then followed it with good news. I hated how right he was. Malcolm rubbed the back of his neck, then sighed. Okay. Nobody spoke. The entire booth waited. Finally, he said, after the fight ended, I saw two guys collecting cash. The entire table froze. What? Jalen asked. Malcolm swallowed. Cash. From who? The people in the fight. Silence. The restaurant suddenly felt smaller. The air felt heavier. Tiana looked shocked. You never told me that. I wasn't sure. You seemed pretty sure just now. I got footage. That got everybody's attention. Marcus sat forward so fast he nearly knocked over his drink. You got footage? Malcolm nodded. I think so. You think so? It was far away. It might be blurry, but I think I caught it. Marcus looked like Christmas had arrived early. I immediately stepped in. Nobody is doing anything stupid. Marcus pointed at me. Nobody said anything about stupid. Marcus, I just think we should look at it. Marcus, I'm literally saying the safest possible thing. I narrowed my eyes. That was actually true. I hated when that happened. A server arrived with our food. The conversation paused for about 30 seconds. Then Marcus started right back up. Let's see the footage. Malcolm hesitated, then nodded. Okay. He reached into his camera bag. His hand stopped. The color drained from his face immediately. Malcolm? Tiana asked. He checked again, then again. His movements became frantic. My stomach dropped. What is it? I asked. Malcolm looked up. The fear in his eyes made the entire booth go silent. My memory card. Nobody moved. What about it? Marcus asked. It's gone. A chill swept through me. Maybe it's somewhere else. No. Maybe another pocket. No. You sure? Malcolm stared at the open bag, completely pale. Then he whispered, It was there when I walked in. Nobody spoke. The restaurant suddenly felt much louder, much busier, much farther away. Because all I could think was, if the footage was real and the memory card was gone, then somebody had taken it. And if somebody had taken it, then somebody knew exactly what Malcolm recorded. Nobody at the table said it. Nobody had to. For the first time all night, I had the feeling that whatever happened at the Riverwalk wasn't over. It was just beginning.